think I need to post another poll on how many people do their cardio. And I know for a fact that whatever percentage of you guys say yes, the real number is probably one half, maybe a third. So based on the last stats, probably only 10%. Probably only 10% are doing, at least, I think, personally, I'd say daily cardio is going to be your best bet. But even just consistent cardio. But, I'm not going to beat it to death. Because you can lead a lifter to the cardio bike, but you can't make him pedal. Really an unfortunate situation, in my opinion. But plan for this morning's trip to the gym is two things that are probably the most neglected out of all muscle groups of lifters worldwide. The heart, aka the cardiovascular system, 30 minutes on the seated bike, get a good sweat going, and then a little bit of calves. A little bit of calves. Now, typically I would say it's not in your best interest to do a cardio right before your workout, but I don't know, man. Something about calves. I think you're okay. I think you're all right doing calves kind of just whenever. As long as reasonably frequently throughout the week, like every, honestly, just as frequently as your calves aren't sore, if you get them pumped up, do maybe 6, 7 sets, I think over time your calves are going to grow. That's all I've done. I've kind of gone through periods of time where I've skipped calves. Honestly, I haven't done any calves for like a month at least. So I'm going to add in a little bit. And then, I don't know, doing it after cardio, it just kind of fits the schedule for me. But also, yeah, it's fun. Makes a little morning trip a little bit more enjoyable. Because instead of just walking off all sweaty, I get to have a little calf pump check. But, yeah. So when I say do your cardio, what do I mean? What do I freaking mean? Do I mean do it right before you work out? Do I mean do it right after you work out? When should you do it? So I've said this before, but it's been a while since I've said it. So I think it's about time I go through this little speech again. There's pretty much 4 times in a day in a lifting context for you to do your cardio. You've got in the morning when you wake up, or it doesn't have to be immediately when you wake up, but in the morning before you start your day, pretty much. You can do it right before you work out. You could do it right after you work out, like on the same trip. Or you can go back to the gym later at night and then do cardio. I see a lot of people come back and do it at night, which, I guess it's not that bad. But as far as I'm concerned, I want to lift, which is like the main stress on my body, muscle building wise, that I'm going to have in the day. And after the lift is done, I want to chill. I want to eat my food and hang out. Do whatever schoolwork I've got to do. Nothing really taxing after the workout because I'm trying to recover. The actual damage has been done, and now I get to just chill, let everything run its course. So to do cardio after your workout, I don't know, man, just doesn't make sense to me. And same thing immediately after your workout. So if right after you finish lifting, you start doing more cardio for 30 minutes, and a decent session, I'm not going to say it's going to kill you. It's probably fine. But is it ideal? That's the real question you've got to answer. And I would say no, man. Because same logic is going into your cardio later in the day. Your workout is finished. The first thing that you want to do is start chilling. Stop stressing your body unnecessarily because, that can fuck you up, man. If I do a seriously hard chest day And then someone had me, I don't know, go on a fucking crazy long bike ride, like 30 miles, 20 miles for a few hours, where I'm like fucking exhausted, or anything. If you do that after you work out, you're not really setting yourself up for success to fucking, recover well for the next day. Which, it's not like it's that crazy. You can do 30 minutes of cardio after your workout. You'll be all right. But, like I was saying, after you work out, you should start the recovery process. Now, you may hear that and think, okay, well, I'll just do my cardio before my workout. So that after I'm done lifting, I can just jump straight to recovery, have a protein shake or have some rice or whatever and start building muscle. But that's not super good, in my opinion, either, because then if I do 30 minutes of cardio like I'm about to do, if I were to immediately try to start doing a really crazy quad day or a really heavy chest day or a back day, I'm going to be more tired. 30 minutes on the bike, even though it may not seem like that much, I'm fucking burning calories, man. I'm going to be lower on energy. If you can imagine, every time you go to the gym, you've got a certain amount of energy and a certain amount of just fucking energy. So I want to be maxed out before I do a lift. And to cut out a big chunk of that just from sitting in the cardio machine, my sets are going to be compromised in terms of their intensity, and how many reps I'm going to be able to pump out. So that's why, for me, it would make sense to do your cardio a few hours at least before your workout in the morning time. So 30 minutes done, eat some food before, or don't if you want to do fasted cardio. There's really no difference. And then after you have a few meals post cardio, it's been a few hours, you're no longer tired from the 30 minutes themselves. Then you do your legit lift, go hard because you're not tired from the cardio, come home, start eating, repeat the loop. So I think in order from best to worst, morning cardio is the best. I'm not really, well, this is my opinion. This is my own opinion. This is not completely factual. Morning cardio is the best. Night and post-workout cardio are probably equal-ish, in the sense that I probably wouldn't really want to do either if I had the option to go in the morning. And then right before your workout is the worst. Right before your actual workout, that's number 4. You are just setting yourself up for, just a sub-ideal lift. So it's Easter. This gym is fucking closed. Is Planet Fitness open? Let's find out. Perfect. Alright, I lied. I freaking lied to you. Calves, I'm saving them. I'll just do them after quads tonight. Because honestly, even though I don't mind calves on their own after cardio, just kind of thinking about how I said it, I would rather do a lift when I'm full of fucking food. Not that I'm not full of food right now, but 2 more solid meals, I do think I'll get a better calf pump. So don't worry, I'm not going to have too many more of these just car talk only cardio videos. This is just to get me back on my normal recording posting schedule, because usually I got to do lift then post it the next day. But ever since I got back from the Arnold, it's been a little funky. So what's the plan for the post-cardio meal and then probably the pre-workout meal afterwards? I'd say I got 2 big bowls or plates of something or other before I come back there and hit quads. Who's to say? Who's to say exactly? I have to see what I've got floating around the kitchen. Definitely want to get some more eggs. I know I've got some ramen floating around, and really I should honestly get on some more pasta. I don't know why I haven't really gotten into that yet, but maybe not today. One thing I like about the ramen though, and look, it's got a lot of fucking salt in just one little flavor packet, so make sure your water intake is up to par to be able to fucking, deal with it. Because the problem with, eating a ton of salt is not, that a certain amount of salt got into your system in one day and, oh no, that's too much. Oh, you're going to be holding water. The problem is if you don't match your sodium intake, your electrolyte intake with enough fluids, to kind of fucking make it work. That's why you can't drink seawater. The ratio of salts to water is not enough. There's way too much salt, and it's going to fuck you up. Similarly, you shouldn't really just be slamming distilled water, right? So that's just pure, H2O, nothing else included, because that's going to seep and, suck all the electrolytes out of your fucking, out of your body and make you piss them out. And that's going to make you, drop your sodium and magnesium levels and everything else. Shit that is very important for muscular contractions, which, fuck man, that's how you go from here to here in a curl. So you kind of have to match it. So I don't mind doing 2 packs of ramen or even more than that in one day, as long as I've still got my jug of, water next to me. But yeah, I think that might be good. Probably eggs and ramen, followed by maybe steak and rice. That sounds about right. With potentially some treats in between. There's some orange sherbet in the freezer, which I'm sure I may potentially, demolish right when I get home. Which, stuff like that, definitely a hit. Very high glycemic index. It's going to spike your blood sugar. But that's a pretty easy 100 grams of carbs. So take that as you will. But yeah, finally going back to school. I ended up having a very extended spring break because of all the traveling and stuff that we've been doing. So I've been keeping up with everything online and stuff, but I am definitely behind. I gotta get back on track. So make sure to, if you're in the age demographic that you're still in school of some sort, fuck man, make sure to try to balance that shit out, So I think that's pretty much all I got. So the quad video, or the quad lift that I'm going to do later today, that'll be posted tomorrow. So don't get too worried. Don't get too worried. No more of these just yap sessions. We'll actually show some steel soon enough. But I think I said this yesterday. I'll just say it again now. The year, 25% over. 25% over. Are you still going to kill it in the next, in the last 3 quarters? Or are you just going to scrap around like a schmuck? That's really up to you. But don't forget, and I think this is something which people can benefit from really getting a deep understanding of. It's that this shit ain't permanent. This shit is not permanent, man. Time is constantly flowing. And you are at its mercy. So, if you just slacked off for a week, or a month, or a year, or you can tell that, you've locked yourself into a routine, you're now finally an adult. Are you doing the exact same thing this year as you did 3 or 5 or 10 years ago? Are you in the exact same place? That may not be a bad thing, but shit, man. It's you gotta remember, you're kind of constantly fighting inflation. If you're in the exact same place next year as you are right now, you're not really in the same fucking place because everything around you is moving forward. So for you to stay in the same place is really almost moving backwards. You can apply that to whatever aspect of your life you want to, but don't forget it. Do not forget it. We've all seen Ferris Bueller and that infamous it's the ending speech. It's the ending speech. I can't quote it, but he's talking about how time flies, and if you forget to look around every once in a while, you might miss it. Some more kind of just some basic motivational shit right there, but worth thinking about. So keep lifting, keep doing your cardio. It's not that fucking hard. I was just scrolling TikTok the whole fucking time. It's like minimal effort. My brain's running on like 1% capacity. So at least think about trying it. But I'll see you next time.